What if I told you that just five sacred numbers, yes, only five, hold the power to unlock not just unexpected fortune, but also deep spiritual guidance, renewed mental clarity, and even a touch of mystical magic this April? Sounds too good to be true? Keep watching, because what you're about to discover might just transform the energy surrounding you in ways you never imagined. Today we're going far beyond the surface, beyond generic horoscopes and vague numerology charts. We're diving into the heart of divine alignment. These five powerful numbers aren't just significant, they're spiritually charged, intimately attuned to the unique frequencies of April. Each one pulses with cosmic energy, ancient wisdom, and a deeper purpose. These are not ordinary digits, they're symbols of transformation, capable of shifting your inner world, and by extension, the reality you live in. What makes these numbers so potent isn't random chance. They are woven together through layers of sacred insight, blessed by Buddhist philosophy, echoed in astrological patterns, clarified by numerological intuition, and even foretold in the visions of revered mystics like Baba Vanga and Nostradamus. Each number is a gateway, a spiritual blueprint, a celestial key to deeper knowing and energetic realignment. The Buddha once said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." Let that sink in. These numbers act as divine tools to help bring your inner frequency into harmony with the universal rhythm. They're like sacred tuning forks for your soul, designed to align your thoughts, emotions, and spiritual essence with the flow of abundance and divine timing. When your energy is in sync, life begins to unfold more effortlessly. Synchronicities increase, peace expands, and doors that once seemed closed begin to open with grace. Every month carries a specific spiritual vibration, and intuitive souls, empaths, lightworkers, seekers can feel it. Some numbers resonate more strongly at certain times. They become vibrational keys, unlocking inner wisdom, aligning you with purpose, and lighting the path forward. For generations, mystics have honored numbers as more than symbols. They viewed them as sacred codes, imprinted into the very fabric of reality. And now in April, five of these codes are ready to reveal their message to you. April's energy is rich with possibility and transformation. The spiritual resonance of these five numbers is unusually heightened this month. Each one carries a unique energetic imprint, a cosmic fingerprint that feels like it's speaking directly to your soul. In the final number, it's something special. It's rare, intensely magnetic, and vibrates with the kind of frequency that attracts miracles, breakthroughs, and accelerated growth. Once you understand its deeper meaning, you'll feel called to carry it with you, not just for the month, but perhaps as a spiritual anchor for life. So stay with me until the very end, because there's a bonus number waiting just for you, a gift from the divine. This number acts like a spiritual amplifier. It boosts your vibration, deepens your alignment, and magnifies your ability to manifest what your heart truly desires. It's like a little cosmic secret placed gently in your hands. But before we begin this journey into divine numerology, let's take a sacred pause. Let's set a collective intention together. If this is your first time here, I invite you to like this video, subscribe for more spiritual insights, and drop a powerful affirmation in the comments below. Something simple, yet energetically potent, like, April is my month of clarity, growth, and radiant abundance. When we align in intention as a collective, the universe doesn't just hear us, it answers. Let us begin our sacred journey with the first number, a number revered across centuries, continents, and spiritual traditions, the deeply mystical and profoundly sacred number 7. This isn't just a numeral on a page. It's a living vibration, a sacred current of energy that flows through time, space, and soul. The number 7 is a spiritual compass, a divine whisper that calls us inward. Across the tapestry of human belief, 7 appears again and again as a symbol of completion, inner truth, and divine mystery. From the 7 chakras that govern our energetic body in Eastern philosophy, to the 7 heavens found in Islamic, Judaic, and mystical Christian traditions, to the 7 days of divine creation and sacred rest, this number stands as a gateway between the visible and the invisible, between the physical and the spiritual, between the seeker and the source. In the language of numerology, 7 is the vibration of the seeker, the wise sage, the intuitive mystic. It is a number of contemplation, revelation, and spiritual depth. It represents a turning inward, a call to listen not to the noise of the world, but to the whisper of the soul. This number doesn't demand attention. It doesn't strive or shout. It reflects, questions, meditates. It is the vibration of those who walk quietly yet powerfully, searching not for answers on the outside, but for truth within. This April, the energy of 7 is pulsing more powerfully than usual. The universe is asking you to slow down, to unplug, to pull back from the endless motion and allow space for stillness. This is not a month for fast decisions or external validation. It's a month for sacred pauses, soul-deep reflection, and inner alignment. The energy of 7 invites you to step into the quiet and ask yourself, am I living from my truth? What wisdom is waiting for me beneath the surface? Astrologically, the number 7 resonates with Neptune, the ethereal planet of dreams, higher vision, divine love, and spiritual connection. Neptune dissolves illusions. It asks us to release false identities and outdated narratives. Under Neptune's influence this month, your intuition may heighten. Your dreams may feel more vivid. You might notice patterns, symbols, or synchronicities speaking directly to your soul. You are being called to trust what cannot be logically explained, to walk by insight, not sight. In Buddhist tradition, the number 7 is rich with meaning. It is said that immediately after his birth, the Buddha took 7 sacred steps, each one symbolizing a stage in the journey toward enlightenment. The number reminds us that spiritual awakening is a path, a series of inner movements that lead us beyond ego, beyond fear, and into the freedom of the awakened self. So let 7 be your lighthouse this April. Let it guide you into the still waters of presence, patience, and profound trust. Real transformation begins in silence. True clarity blooms not when we're racing forward, but when we finally pause. This number reminds you that wisdom is not outside. It's within you, waiting to be remembered. Carry the energy of 7 with you this month as a sacred invitation to breathe, to reflect, and to return to yourself. Because when your inner world is in harmony, the outer world naturally begins to mirror that peace. And from that still place within, your most aligned and extraordinary life begins to unfold. Now let's move to the second sacred number in our journey, the deeply nurturing, spiritually rich number 66, a number of harmony, healing, and heart-centered wisdom. At first glance, 66 might appear as just a double digit, a repetition of 6. But in truth, it's far more than that. This number radiates divine compassion and emotional intelligence. It is the frequency of unconditional love, soul-deep empathy, and sacred service. While the number 6 alone represents balance, family, and care for others, 66 amplifies these qualities, bringing them into a higher spiritual octave. It is love in motion. It is devotion made manifest. It is the cosmic embrace that reminds you, you are never alone. Across spiritual teachings and numerological systems, 66 is considered the master number of the heart. It governs emotional balance, spiritual responsibility, and the alignment between your soul's truth and your daily actions. Where number 7 invites you into the silence of introspection, 66 calls you into connection, into healing, into the sacred act of giving and receiving love. This April, the energy of 66 is especially significant. The universe is opening a channel for emotional clearing and heart expansion. Old wounds may surface, not to hurt you, but to be healed. Relationships, both romantic and familial, may take center stage. You may feel a deeper longing for connection, for understanding, for being truly seen and accepted for who you are. 66 invites you to ask, where am I being called to love more openly? How can I nurture others without abandoning myself? Numerologically, 66 is a teacher. It reminds you that strength is not in control, but in compassion. That real leadership begins with listening. That divine love is not a concept, it's a practice, a daily choice to show up with presence, with care, and with integrity. Under the vibration of 66, you may feel inspired to mend relationships, offer forgiveness, or support someone in need. This is the number of the healer, the nurturer, the soul who brings light to others not by force, but by simply being love. Spiritually, 66 is linked to Venus, the planet of beauty, harmony, and soulful connection. Venus invites you to soften, to create beauty in your environment and in your emotional life, to allow love to be the medicine that transforms everything it touches. Under its influence, you may find yourself drawn to music, art, nature, or gentle rituals that bring you back to your heart's wisdom. In the teachings of Buddhism, in many spiritual paths, love and compassion are not emotions, they are states of being. The Dalai Lama teaches that compassion is the source of true happiness. And 66 echoes this principle. It is the numerical embodiment of loving kindness in action. So let 66 be your sacred reminder this month that love is the highest frequency, that when you open your heart, you open the door to divine alignment, and that every act of kindness, whether to yourself or another, sends ripples of healing into the universe. This April, carry the vibration of 66 as a gentle, glowing light within you. Let it guide your choices, your words, your thoughts. Let it heal what needs to be healed. And most importantly, let it remind you that the greatest spiritual path is the one paved with love, for others and for yourself. As we journey deeper, we now arrive at our third sacred number, 46, a number often overlooked, yet bursting with quiet power and divine alignment. A number that blends the energies of practicality and purpose, grounding and growth. At its core, 46 is a sacred union between the spiritual and the material. The number 4 brings the energy of stability, structure, and foundation. It's the builder's number, the architect of dreams. It calls for discipline, patience, and the creation of something lasting. The number 6, as we've seen, carries the frequency of love, compassion, and emotional harmony. Together, these two numbers form a powerful combination, one that anchors divine intention into tangible action. Where some numbers call us to dream, 46 calls us to do. It speaks of grounded spirituality, of turning insight into implementation and wisdom into service. It reminds us that while inner transformation is vital, it must eventually manifest in the outer world. This number urges you to align your spiritual values with your real-world actions. It asks, are you building a life that reflects your soul's truth? Are your daily choices supporting your higher path? This April, the vibration of 46 is rising in frequency. It brings an invitation to align your foundations, your habits, your routines, your relationships with your deeper spiritual goals. It is time to take inventory of your life and ask yourself, what needs restructuring? What systems or beliefs are outdated? Where can I create more harmony between my physical environment and my inner being? Numerologically, 46 is about responsibility, not the heavy kind, but the sacred kind. It's the responsibility to care for what you've been given, to nurture your talents, to honor your time, to plant seeds not just for yourself, but for the generations to come. Under the influence of 46, you may feel called to refine your priorities organize your space, or create something meaningful that serves both your spirit and the collective good. Astrologically, 46 resonates with the energy of Saturn and Venus, a fusion of structure and beauty, discipline and devotion. Saturn teaches life lessons through time and patience, urging us to mature spiritually and materially. Venus, in contrast, offers grace, harmony, and divine connection. When these energies work together, as they do within 46, the result is a kind of spiritual craftsmanship, building a life that is both useful and beautiful, both grounded and sacred. In spiritual philosophy, this balance is key. As Buddhist teachings remind us, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. The path is not only about transcending the world, it is about embodying wisdom in everyday life. 46 brings this truth to light. It's the number that says, honor the divine by honoring your work. Serve spirit by showing up fully in your daily life. So this April, let the number 46 be your sacred blueprint. Use its energy to build something strong, whether that's a healthier routine, a more loving home, or a deeper spiritual practice. Let it remind you that your soul's purpose is not separate from your daily tasks. It's woven into them. The way you walk, speak, serve, and create can become a prayer, a form of devotion. When you live with intention and take aligned action, you're not just building a life, you're building a legacy. And the energy of 46 is here to support you in doing just that. Now we arrive at the fourth number in this divine sequence, a number that may seem simple, but is in fact one of the most foundational and spiritually significant, the number 4. At first glance, 4 might feel modest, even unassuming. It lacks the mystical allure of 7 or the emotional depth of 66. But do not be fooled. In the spiritual realm, 4 is the sacred cornerstone. It is the energy of grounding, of order, of building strong foundations that can weather any storm. It represents the 4 sacred directions, north, south, east, and west. The 4 classical elements, earth, water, air, and fire. The 4 noble truths in Buddhism, and the 4 legs of a table, each one essential for stability and support. Number 4 is the divine architect, the vibration of structure, discipline, responsibility, and endurance. It asks, what are you building your life upon? Because without a strong inner and outer foundation, even the most inspired dreams can crumble under pressure. This April, the energy of 4 is especially active, asking you to slow down and stabilize, to come back to the roots. You may feel called to reorganize your environment, strengthen your spiritual practices, or create healthier routines. This isn't the time for rushing ahead. It's the time to fortify what truly matters. 4 teaches us that spiritual growth is not always dramatic or flashy. It's in the quiet consistency, the small daily choices, the invisible rituals that shape our destiny. Numerologically, 4 brings the gift of clarity through structure. It's the number of sacred boundaries, of knowing what to say yes to and what to lovingly release. Under its vibration, you may feel guided to clear clutter, both physical and emotional, to define your values, to make decisions not from impulse but from deep inner alignment. It's a number that whispers, when your foundation is strong, your spirit can soar. Astrologically, 4 resonates with the energy of Saturn, the great teacher and timekeeper of the zodiac. Saturn is often misunderstood as stern or restrictive, but in truth, it is the master builder. It invites us to take our spiritual life seriously, to treat our dreams with the respect and discipline they deserve. Through Saturn's influence, 4 becomes a call to sacred responsibility, not as a burden, but as a blessing. In Buddhist and Eastern philosophy, the number 4 connects deeply with the 4 noble truths, the essence of the Buddha's enlightenment. These truths lay the foundation for awakening, offering a path out of suffering and into liberation. Just like the number 4 itself, they are simple in form, but infinitely profound in practice. So this April, let 4 be your sacred ground. Let it anchor you. Let it remind you that strength is born in simplicity, that peace lives in order, and that your spiritual path does not require constant motion. Sometimes it requires simply standing strong. And now we reach the 5th sacred number of this divine sequence, one that vibrates with rare energy, carrying the promise of transformation, abundance, and elevated purpose. The number is 83. At first, 83 might seem like an unusual or unexpected number in a spiritual context, but that's exactly what gives it power. It's not a common spiritual symbol, which means its energy is unique, undiluted, direct, and deeply personal. This is the number of self-mastery and spiritual elevation through empowered action. It is the frequency of divine ambition, not ambition for ego's sake, but for the soul's sacred calling. Let's break it down. The number 8 is the number of power, success, karmic balance, and infinite abundance. It carries the energy of leadership, personal authority, and spiritual alignment with material blessings. The number 3, on the other hand, is the number of creativity, divine communication, joy, and spiritual expression. It resonates with the energy of the ascended masters and is often seen as a sign that higher beings are guiding and supporting you. When combined, 83 becomes a vortex of creative manifestation. It is the vibration of bold vision and spiritual execution, dreaming big and then actually taking the steps to bring that vision into reality. It's the number of soul-aligned leadership, of creating with purpose, of owning your voice and your power in the world. This April, the universe is activating 83 as a portal of manifestation. It asks you, what are you ready to step into? What dream have you been postponing because you feared it was too big, too bold, or too different? Under the influence of 83, you are being given permission and encouragement to rise, to shine, to create from a place of spiritual confidence and fearless authenticity. Numerologically, 83 teaches that success and spirituality are not opposites. They are partners, that when you align your divine gifts with inspired action, abundance naturally flows. This is a number of empowered creation, an invitation to channel divine energy through your voice, your work, your art, your mission. Astrologically, 83 draws on the energy of Jupiter and the Sun. Jupiter, the great expander, the bringer of fortune and wisdom, blesses this number with cosmic growth and opportunity. The Sun infuses it with confidence, visibility, and purpose. Together, they make 83 the number of radiant expansion, of becoming more of who you truly are, and shining without apology. In spiritual teachings, this number is a call to embody your light. Just as the Buddha taught that each being carries the potential for enlightenment, 83 reminds you that you are here not just to exist, but to express the divine through your uniqueness. Your dreams are not random. Your desires are not distractions. They are assignments from the soul. So let 83 be your invitation this April to rise up into your sacred potential, to speak your truth, to lead with your heart, to co-create with the universe not from fear, but from fierce joy. This number carries the rare kind of energy that magnetizes blessings, not because you chase them, but because you become them. Let 83 be your talisman, your power number. Write it, speak it, meditate on it. Let it awaken the part of you that's ready to step fully into the light of your divine mission. And there you have it, 5 sacred numbers, each carrying its own divine rhythm, each chosen not by chance, but by cosmic design. Together, they form a spiritual map, a soul-coded sequence meant to guide, awaken, and empower you throughout the month of April. Let's take a moment to reflect on the spiritual symphony these numbers create. Number 7 opened the portal, ushering in deep introspection, soul wisdom, and the quiet mysticism of inner truth. It called you inward, asking you to listen beyond the noise and reconnect with your divine center. Number 66 brought the heart online, offering healing, compassion, and vibrational harmony. It awakened your inner light worker and reminded you that love is your most powerful frequency. Number 46 grounded your spirit in purpose, merging the divine and the practical. It whispered of spiritual responsibility, urging you to build a life where your soul feels at home. Number 4 brought stability and sacred order, aligning your foundation with your higher self. It taught that true peace comes not from chaos, but from conscious structure and soul-centered discipline. And then came number 83, the activator, the visionary, the number that invites bold creation, divine expansion, and fearless expression of your gifts. It lit the torch and said, now rise, now shine, now create. Each number is a spiritual thread. Woven together, they create a powerful, energetic grid, a pattern designed to realign your vibration with the universe's sacred flow. These are not just numbers, they are frequencies, codes, keys. And if you allow them, they will guide you back to your highest path. So what does this mean for you? It means that this April is not just another month. It's a spiritual opportunity, a sacred turning point, a cosmic invitation to pause, to reflect, and to realign. These numbers are your spiritual allies, offering insight for your mind, healing for your heart, and fuel for your soul. Write them down, meditate on them, speak them into your affirmations. Let their energy ripple through your life and amplify your intentions. Remember, the universe doesn't speak in words, it speaks in energy. And these numbers, they are the language of alignment. And now, as promised, here is your bonus number, 108, the number of spiritual completion and divine power. Found in sacred texts, prayer beads, and meditation mantras, 108 is a cosmic amplifier. It enhances every other number it touches. Let it be your energetic multiplier, your spiritual talisman. Let it bless your journey with divine wholeness. Affirm it now. I am aligned with the sacred codes of the universe. I trust the journey. I follow the signs. I receive with gratitude. This is your month. These are your numbers. And the path ahead is glowing with possibility.